I'm sure you've got some experience of how the South African team plays. So how are you approaching the game? What are you expecting this year?
I think from the Northern Irish players, because they haven't had a lot of exposure internationally, they have really played South Africa once, and that was at the World Championships. And so some of them, there are new players here, so they've never played South Africa. So it'll be focusing on their own game first, but realising that, you know, the SPAR Proteas have the qualities they have and the height they have, and it's just it's going to be a tough game.
Joel, you took over, or you took this position in January, but it's not a permanent position.
No, well, Netball Northern Ireland have been looking for a national coach for about 12 months now. Haven't been successful finding one. So as a stopgap and as a fill-in, I was able to give them some time. So I've been coming and going from Belfast to Australia since January. Northern Ireland are still on the lookout for a national coach, and they want a full-time national coach, and they're hoping to have funding in the early months of next year to put that person in place for 4 years, which will be an absolute bonus to them.
So if the weather wasn't as bad as it is there, would you have taken a full-time job?
It's just a little bit far away from Australia, just a little bit, but it is a lovely country and the people are lovely.
Can you tell me about, you were speaking earlier about the Sleeping Giant, which is Northern Irish team. How are the girls together, and just could you give like a brief, like how they're climbing the ranks?
Because I think they are now getting a little bit more exposure to the international netball. The World Championships was wonderful for them. They won a couple of games which elevated them into that top 8, and then they got to play some of the top 8 teams, which was just a bonus, and some of the top 6 teams was a bonus. So when they came to the SPAR Proteas, it was a great game. And I think for the netball in Northern Ireland, it really told them that if they can, and if they get enough exposure and enough experience, they can mix it out there with the top. And they certainly have the talent, They maybe don't have the depth in talent that South Africa has, but they have the talent. So it is now a matter of getting the experience on top of the talent.